Long ago, when the seas shimmered brighter and the stars listened closely, there was a small island named Namoa. The people of Namoa lived by the whispers of the wind and the rhythm of the waves. Among them was a young fisherman named Lano. He was brave but restless, always staring beyond the reef, wondering what secrets the great ocean kept from him. One quiet evening, as the sun melted into gold and crimson on the horizon, Lano heard something strange. The waves seemed to speak. They called his name like an old friend. Lano! Lano! He followed the sound to the edge of the shore, where the tides seemed to breathe like a living thing. Then a soft voice, as gentle as moonlight, whispered, "Find Tangaloa's dream, and you will know who you are." That night, Lano could not sleep. He asked the elders what Tangaloa's dream meant, but they only shook their heads. Tangaloa was the ancient ocean spirit, creator of all islands and life beneath the sea. None dared to speak of entering his dream, for they said the dream was alive, a world under the waves where lost memories of the sea lay sleeping. Driven by curiosity, Lano built a stronger canoe and asked his best friend Sina to join him. Sina was wise and quick with laughter, unafraid of storms or spirits. Together, they packed dried breadfruit, coconuts, and sails woven from pandanus leaves. Before sunrise, they pushed their canoe into the blue unknown. For 3 days, the sea tested them. Winds howled like beasts, and the stars hid their faces. But on the 4th dawn, the ocean turned calm and glass-clear. Beneath their canoe, the water glowed with tiny lights, thousands of shimmering creatures lighting the depths like a sky below the sea. In the heart of the glow rose an island of coral so white it looked like bone. They had reached the edge of Tangaloa's dream. There, they met an old hermit named Tupou, who had hair like driftwood and eyes as deep as a tide pool. He said, "Few come here, for Tangaloa's dream is both blessing and trap. The sea remembers every sorrow and hope ever whispered to it. When you enter, the waves show you not what you want, but what you've forgotten." Sina and Lano followed Tupou to a lagoon shaped like a sleeping whale. The surface shimmered like a mirror. He said, "If you wish to see the dream, you must dive where fear and courage become one." They dived. The ocean opened like a doorway of light. Inside, fish sang, and the current carried voices, laughter of ancestors, cries of lost sailors, songs of unborn children. In that shining world, Lano saw his past, his mother's smile, his father's canoe, and a pearl he had lost as a child. From each memory, a thread of light wove around him, whispering, "You belong to the sea, and the sea belongs to you." When he rose back to the surface, days had passed, though it felt like heartbeats. The hermit was gone. Only shells remained, spelling words shaped by waves. Carry the dream home. Lano and Sina sailed back to Namoa. The people saw their canoe shining as if it was made of moonlight. Lano poured water from the dream into the island's empty well. From that day, Namoa's wells never ran dry again, and fishermen claimed that at night the waves still whispered softly, reminding them that every dream begins and ends in the ocean's heart. And Lano, now an old man, would sit by the shore and smile whenever the waves called his name. He had learned that the greatest treasure was not gold or pearl, but the story that carried him across the water and back again.